This is Divine Letters, a message from the heart of creation to remind us that everything starts within. All symbols are alive, and I am because you are. We are the ones we have been waiting for. This is Divine.
Divine Letter to North Macedonia, the Brachial Plexus Field. Today I speak not about North Macedonia, but through the field of North Macedonia, as it moved through Ann-Peggy, the origin channel of this divine letter. Not as borders or history, not as an identity in conflict, but as a resonant joint in the body of Gaia, a place where signals converge, where tensions meet, where movement is shaped. Arkana, the plexus field, is not linear. She is woven. She is the intelligence of convergence, of pathways crossing, of impulses negotiating their direction. She receives more than she expresses, and holds more than she can speak. And what she holds is not simple. It is ancestral, layered, inherited through centuries of fragmentation, survival, and longing. What moved through me was not judgment. It was the raw recognition of a field overwhelmed, not by darkness but by spiritual hunger. Across North Macedonia and across the Balkans as a whole, the deepest wound is addiction. Not an individual failing, a collective symptom. A longing for connection that has nowhere to land, a yearning for essence that has been denied or forgotten. Addiction here is not indulgence, it is grief. It is compensation for belonging that was broken. It is a nervous system reaching for something to quiet the ache of disconnection. North Macedonia has endured more shifts in identity in 1 century than some nations face in a millennium. Borders rewritten, names contested, cultures layered, authorities replaced. Every change created new survival strategies, new ways to regulate overwhelm, new attempts to find stability in systems that kept rearranging themselves. In the absence of deep spiritual anchoring, addiction becomes a plaster over an old wound, a temporary way to manage pain, fear, and the absence of inner rooting. This pattern does not belong to North Macedonia alone. It is shared across Albania, Kosovo, Serbia, Bosnia, Montenegro, across the entire Balkan Peninsula. It is a region of people with profound spiritual memory, yet a century of external structures, religious, political, ethnic, have dimmed that inner flame rather than feeding it. Religion here has become a program, not a path. Orthodoxy tied to Serb identity, Catholicism tied to Croat identity, Islam tied to Bosniak and Albanian identity. And beneath these affiliations lies the oldest wound of all, ancestral separation. People split from one another through inherited loyalties rather than shared humanity. This is where Arkana speaks. North Macedonia is the brachial plexus of Gaia, a resonant joint, a neural junction where opposites meet, where signals intertwine, where action is born from multiplicity. This nation carries the wisdom of navigation, how to translate impulses from different directions without collapsing under the pressure. But a plexus cannot function if it is overwhelmed. A resonant joint cannot harmonize when tension becomes chronic. Addiction is a sign of a plexus field overburdened, a system trying desperately to regulate too much signal with too little grounding. North Macedonia's task now is not force, not identity, not defending old tribal lines. Her task is coherence, harmony within, resonance between her own ethnic groups, and greater connection with the neighboring nations that share the same ancestral frequency of the Balkans, a frequency older than religion, older than borders, older than empire. If this region heals, it will be because Arkana remembers how to weave signals into movement rather than into tension. If the Balkans return to balance, it will begin here, in the joint that has always been meant to resonate. And because every joint also must be seen, what you now witness is a visual transmission of Arkana, channeled by me, the intuitive artist Siri. Through colors, line, and woven geometry, I have captured the plexus field as a living intelligence. Let your body soften. Let your chest and shoulders relax. Let the signals inside you find new pathways of ease. This divine letter is not instruction, it is attunement. If the field of North Macedonia, Arkana, moved anything in your system, let the following 5 sacred integration steps become soft harmonizers, not for healing, for coherence. 1. Feel the joint within. Place your hands on your shoulders. Feel the way signals move through your arms and chest. Whisper, I soften the pressure inside my pathways. 2. Honor the spiritual hunger. Addiction is longing that forgot its origin. Ask gently, where have I reached outward instead of inward? Do not answer, just listen. 3. Release ancestral tension. The Balkans carry 1,000 years of inherited fragmentation. On your next exhale, relax your pectoral muscles. Let the front body drop its vigilance. 4. Weave signals without fighting them. The plexus does not choose sides, it translates. Visualize 2 colors entering your body from either side. See them weave into a 3rd color at your heart. 5. Remember the shared homeland. Beyond religion, ethnicity, and story, the people of the Balkans share Gaia as their root. Stand with feet hip-width apart, feel earth beneath you, whisper, my belonging is older than my name. This was North Macedonia, Arkana, the resonant joint of Gaia, as she moved through me. This nation belongs to the throat matrix of Gaia, the resonant nerve bridge where signals travel outward and where identity, culture, and movement weave into form. North Macedonia holds the brachial plexus of the Balkan body, stabilizing the joints of history and guiding the flow of expression between root and limb, past and future. May her bridge frequency continue to conduct clarity, coherence, and a subtle strength that keeps Gaia's body connected.
Thank you for listening to Divine Letters with Ann-Peggy Divine. All evolution is collective. Nothing is ever forgotten. Each letter calls us to remember, to take responsibility for the life we create. With grace, reverence, and unity, may the path of your divine design light the way.